How I came to be a grief counselor goes back to 1973 when I was 15 years old, and my next eldest sister was killed in a car accident. And while previous to that, different people in my family had died, grandparents, aunts and uncles, etc. They died of natural deaths and they were old. My sister was killed in a car accident and it wasn't natural and she wasn't old. And it was really traumatic, hugely traumatic for me and my family. And it affected me profoundly. And the way that I like to describe it, because it feels accurate, is it left a scar on my heart like this. And I felt it all the time. It was always there. And while it had sort of healed over, it was still really present in my life, but nobody else could see it.
Devotion, respect, caring, and love. I mean, love didn't come last, but love develops over time, and that relationship over a 15-year course of being together, it was so deep that when he finally passed, it was down to my core of my being that I felt his loss. And it took me totally by surprise. I thought I was going to be prepared for his passing. And I have to say, all the preparation and all the anticipatory grief that I did and I thought I did, didn't do it. It just doesn't do it.
So we tried to put together something to explain it, and to explain that there's so much honesty and beauty and love involved in death with dignity. We all crawled in bed with him at the very end. And the only thing he asked is that we hold him until his last breath. And then he closed his eyes. And about an hour later, he was gone.
I've heard a lot as a young widow, the people that blow off your grief with, "Oh, you are so young, you'll get married again soon." As if replacing my husband and our love that we shared is like going to the hardware store for a light bulb. When people ask me what my husband does, because I'm young, and why would he be dead? And I tell them that he's passed away, or just because I'm feeling a little bit snarky, I say, "Well, I'm married to a guardian angel." They respond, "What? You're so young. How did that happen?" I can tell you, I certainly didn't cause it, and I didn't want it to happen. The realest comment I encountered was, "Shit, that sucks." Yep, it does.
When I go through the day, still, and it's been almost 4 years since Karen passed away, I still see things that were important to her, or things that were hers, or things that she just said something about that will trigger, an emotional response on my part, just a heartache. And that happens on a daily basis. It's, as time goes on, it's not as intense as it was. And I don't really see it as a problem to be solved. It's just the way things are. And it's not debilitating. As a matter of fact, I feel it actually gives me something. Those memories, even though they're painful, they make me feel more alive in a way.
Good grief. Good grief to me is when you have all your loved ones around you and you've lived a long, good, healthy life, and they're loving on you, and they know that you're ready to transition, and everybody's feeling good about it. Everybody's saying, we don't want you to suffer. We don't want you to feel bad about it. It's good. It's all good.